account executives not always knowing the next best step to take in their deals and not knowing how to unblock their deals. And they're making mistakes, which ultimately result in deals not making it across the finish line. And I think that a big mistake and something that has stung me a lot in my career, and I'm sure other sellers can relate to this, is you're really confident a deal is going to close. You swear up and down to your director that that deal is going to close. It's projected to close this month. You haven't quite hit quota on the quarter or the month or whatever, but you know that this deal is going to close. And so that'll get you there. And then lo and behold, you get to the close date. You call up the prospect, you ask if they're ready to move forward, and they tell you out of nowhere, oh, actually, our CFO took a look at the contract and we're not going to be able to move forward anymore. You
Yeah.
haven't talked to the CFO. You've asked about other people who should be included in the deal sort of ambiguously, but no one ever mentioned the CFO being a decision maker or having final say, despite your best efforts, because your best efforts weren't good enough. And I think that
Yeah.
the reason that Pod was created and tools like this were created was to avoid these shadow decision makers coming in at
Yeah.
the end and making a call on something that ultimately they have no insight into because
Yeah.
you didn't have the opportunity to sell to them. You weren't trying to sell to them. You said generally, hey, is there anyone else who should be on this call? Hey, is there
Yeah.
anyone else we should loop into this email chain? But you didn't say specifically, hey, can we please loop in Patrick, the CFO? In my experience, it makes most sense to have that person on this call so that we can avoid any issues coming up down the line and be mindful of everyone's time.
Yeah. I think,
Having
I
a
think,
partner, yeah, go for
no, I was going to say, I think the concept of the shadow decision maker is realizing that your buying committee isn't just your champion and the person signing the check.